Hey, good evening. Hey, Facebook family and friends. Before I get started, let me make sure real quick that you can hear me, that the sound is great. Good evening. Hey, Facebook family and friends. Okay, cool. Okay, so 1 second. That you can hear me, that the sound is great. Okay, 1 second. All right, good evening, good evening. I'm super excited about tonight's Facebook Live. I'm going to be sharing with you 7 ways to charge more money right now. So for those of you who are new and this is your first time joining me on the Facebook Live. Hey there, Michelle. Good evening. Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you can jump on. So for those of you who are new and you might be jumping on the live, just make sure that you're in the right place. I help overwhelmed female entrepreneurs to create the better services in their business, right? Create their signature product, develop a business plan. Sorry, I got all tongue-tied. Let me start that all over. So I help female entrepreneurs get the clarity that they need on their business so they can develop signature products and services, leverage their business to increase their profit, and lead their demanding 9-to-5 job. So if that sounds like you are in the right place at the right time. I'm super excited about tonight's live. So I give it a few more seconds. And Michelle, let me know if you can hear me okay. I think we're good. I saw something pop up like my thing was buffering. But tonight's topic is all about 7 ways to charge more money right now. And this is for you. If you want to get free from your 9-to-5, it's going to require you to make money, right? Money is the lifeline of your business, as well as, having clients, having a consistent cash flow and having consistent clients is what's going to make the difference in your business. Okay, so. Okay, cool. I think Shaquetta says she can hear me. Okay, awesome. So yeah, so great. Okay, so you guys can hear me. So thank you guys for joining me on the live, because I know there's a lot of places that you could be tonight. So I appreciate you for allowing me in your space. I promise to make sure I give you absolute value here tonight. There is nothing for me to sell. So there's nothing to sell. I really just want to be able to help you to be able to charge more money in your business and reach your 2019 goals, right? Because I know, the year just started. People have set their goals for like January or for the whole, for the year, what it is that they want to make in their business. And I want to be able to help you level yourself, get yourself to that level, position yourself to be able to charge more money in your business and be able to lead that demanding 9-to-5. So I ask you guys, if you can, do me a favor, share this to your page, like it. Don't be selfish. I promise you, like I said, nothing here to sell. So you don't have to worry about me selling to your friends and family. Okay, and if you can, because I want to make sure tonight's training is also specific, that you find value here, that it actually helps you, share with me in the comments what it is that you do so that I can give specific examples on how you can use these 7 ways to grow your business can apply to you. And if I don't answer all the comments, get to all the comments, just in case I can't see them or whatever reason, I will make sure to reply. And also, if you're catching a replay, #replay. I love my replay viewers as well. So make sure I come back and show my appreciation for you jumping on and joining us live. So if, like I said, drop me in the comments what it is that you do, and that way I'll give specific examples. And I hope you got a pen and paper, right? That you just didn't come here to hear this information. I want you to take notes and implement, apply it to whatever, what works for you in your business. Okay. So anytime you go to anybody's live training, someone's sharing or giving you some value, even if you just leave there with one thing and you implement it, go from the knowing to, closing that gap from knowing and actually doing it, it would actually, help your business. So with that being said, hope you got your pen and some paper. The first thing that I want you to know that you are worthy, right? That you are worthy of success. You are worthy to be paid for the value that you put out there in the marketplace for what it is that you do, whether it's a product or a service, okay? It's going to require you, number one, to shift your mindset. In order for you to take your business to the next level, it's going to require some inside work, okay? A lot of times as entrepreneurs, we want this, okay, what are the 7 steps? What are, the 3 ways? What can I do now? What's the blueprint, the roadmap? But in order, a person can give you a 6-figure blueprint and you won't make the 6 figures because you don't believe that you can do it, or you believe that there's something missing. Like it can't be this simple as, tying my shoe. And the real work comes from your mindset. You have to do the internal work. So this requires you to work on your mindset daily. Like, your mind is like a muscle. So it's not, read a book today, or, do my personal development, Monday and Tuesday, and then take the weekends off, or take a week off because, life happened, or, hey, you're just having a bad day. You still have to do that work. And if you don't believe that you deserve success, then it's not going to happen. Okay. So like I said, it's an inside job. And one of the things I want you to do, I want you to write this down. I want you to write down 3 ways that you add value to the marketplace. And you don't have to answer that right now, but write that down. 3 ways that I add value to the marketplace. And I want you to go back and I want you to do that tonight. I want you to do the work. Okay. Does that make sense? 3 ways that you add value to the marketplace. Write that down. Because I want you to know that the work, what you put out there is of value. Okay. And then I want you to think of someone that you admire and think about how much they charge for their services. And this is not to compare yourself, but just think about what they charge for their services. Because this is one of the things that helped me to be able to shift, because I had taken so many coaching programs, right? I had joined so many programs, courses, and realized they weren't teaching nothing any different than me. And I felt like I was actually giving a lot more value in, what I do, because I actually want the women who I coach with, who I partner with, to win. And I realized that they were charging so much more than me. And, it required, like I said, for me to be able to shift my mindset. So think of someone that you admire and how much do they charge? And I want you to write that down. Start thinking about those different things and ask yourself if your services have value, because a lot of times you have to work on clearing your money blocks, because that could be stopping you too, depending on what your relationship and what your beliefs is about money. Okay. So do the work there. And then learn to make sure that you are charging for your value and not for your time. And that was a big brainer for me. You're charging for your value and not for the amount of the time. So if you're offering a course that's maybe like 6 weeks, you're not charging because it's 6 weeks. What's the transformation that you provide to your clients? What is that? And if you're struggling in this area, one of the books that I recommend that my mentor had gave me, this is one of those books that you don't just read it, you actually study it. It's called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And it's about infinite wealth and abundance here in the here and now. So I'm still reading through this, but this book is like, it's life-changing. It really get you to the point where you're increasing your vibration about money, increasing your energy, and putting yourself in a position to be able to receive money. Okay, so some of and let me know, do you have a daily success ritual? Let me know. I know depending on where you're commenting on this from, sometimes I can't see all the comments, but also share that below. Do you have a daily success ritual? So hope number 1 makes sense for you. You have to shift your mindset. You have to know that you are worthy to be paid for the value that you're putting out there in the marketplace, and what you have to offer is of value. And if you don't believe that you have anything to offer of value, that's your homework assignment for tonight, I should say, is to write down what value it is that you put out there in the marketplace. Write down 3 things that you do that add value. That means that it's changing someone else's life. It's helping them to take their life or their business to the next level. Write it down. Okay, and the second thing that you have to be willing to do is you may have to increase your prices. You may have outgrown whatever products or services you offer. You might have outgrown your current clients. Okay, so as you go to the next level, you're going to attract other people to take them to the next level, if that makes sense. And sometimes, hopefully, your clients, if you're offering a service or product, your clients should be growing with you. Okay, so as you level up, they level up. Okay, we all elevate at the same time. So who here for 2019 has increased their prices? Like, you looked at your prices for 2018 and 2019, you're like, in order for me to reach my money goal, my big bold money goal, I need to increase my prices. If you increased your prices, do me a favor, drop down there that you increased your prices. Let me know. because that's one of the things too, that it's going to require you to increase your prices. And it should make you uncomfortable a little bit when you increase your prices. I increased my pet prices in January, and it definitely made me uncomfortable. You know, I had to say that price over to myself. I don't know how many times I had to write it down, you know, all these different things in order for me to believe it. And that way, when I'm actually having a conversation with someone, when I say that amount, it comes out naturally, that it's authentic. Yes, you increased your prices. I'm super excited, and I can't wait for our call, Shawanda. So yes, so we definitely will chat about that. But yeah, so this is the year for you to, you know, level up in order for you to reach those goals, especially if you are in a demanding 9-to-5 or you're working outside the home. When you start to factor in what it takes for you to be able to leave your job, it's going to require you to increase your prices. Does that make sense? Drop me a 1 if that makes sense. And you can't be afraid to increase your prices, right? When you are undervaluing yourself, what happens is you do your customers also a disservice, okay? You do them also a disservice when you are undervaluing your prices. And what happens is you don't show up. So when I was charging low prices, and I won't say extremely low, you know, I felt still like they're like at a good amount. What happens is when you know that you should be charging more, when somebody books a call or somebody books a service, even though you're passionate about it and you love what it is that you do, part of you does not want to show up. Or either you're not showing up and you're not marketing your products and your services like you should be, because you know that you should be charging more. So if you know that you should be charging more and you feel that you feel like it should feel authentic, like I said, it should definitely stretch you. It should make you uncomfortable, but it should feel authentic that you're charging it, whatever price that you're charging, right? And that you're adding value out there into the marketplace. And one of the things I want you to think about, if you haven't did this yet, because you should already have done this for 2019 or even just for the quarter, for the month, is what is your monthly financial goal? You know, after you look at all your expenses, your current expenses, maybe that actually needs to increase as far as, you know, what it is that you want to make. And what if you don't believe that you can make $10,000 a month? Don't write down $10,000 a month. Maybe you need to start, you know, if you never make money in your business, maybe you might need to start at, you know, $1,500 or $3,000 or so, just so you can get that, you know, that in, so you can start attracting clients and you can see what it's like to, you know, start receiving money in your business. So as you write down your monthly goal, what it is that you want to make, start thinking about how much do you need to charge, you want to charge your clients. And then from there, you take the amount that you want to make divided by your, you know, the number of the price that you want to charge your clients, and figure out how many clients that you need a month. Yes, right, because you know you are worth it and what you're offering is worth it. Absolutely. Especially if it's going to transform somebody's life, if it's going to help them get unstuck and move from where they are to where it is that they desire to be, it is worth it. Okay, especially if you've you've actually went through a lot of these obstacles yourself. You've been through it yourself and you've had to overcome it. If I can shortcut my success and not have to go through a lot of these trials and errors, it's worth me paying you for your time and your services. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. When you know you're worth it, you charge what you're worth, especially your offer. So start thinking about how much you want to make monthly and how many clients you need to make, you know, based on what it is that you're charging them. And then of course you got to factor in, you know, your expenses and your time as well, as far as like that you're taking out to do services or to do sales calls. If you don't have a sales team and things of that sort, you have to factor that into, like, what's the cost of that? How much cost that's taking? Okay. And so that's the second way. So number 1 was shift your mindset. Number 2 was increase your prices. And the third one, exclusivity. Okay, so how could you position yourself to offer something that's only exclusive to a certain amount of people, where it's exclusive, where they will be willing to pay more? So that's another way that you can charge more this year. You can make an exclusive product. I'm only willing to work with 6 people. Or if you guys follow Marie Forleo, she's one of the ones that I like as well. So she offers B School, and I think she only offers B School once a year. But even throughout the year, she's adding value. She still shows up on her platform, and she still answers questions and provides value and solutions, right? But B School is only offered once a year. So she has a waiting list throughout the year for people to, join her. They're waiting for information. So what could you do maybe once a year or once a quarter? So maybe you only have an annual conference. Maybe you have, a workshop that you do once a quarter or so. So it's exclusive. So when you have stuff like that that's exclusive, that they can't get their hands on all the time, you can charge more for that. Okay, so exclusivity. I can't even pronounce it. So it's exclusive, right? And then the fourth thing is speed up implementation. So how can you help clients quickly implement what it is that they need to do to get to the next level? So some ways that you can do this, right? Speed of implementation. People pay for speed. Like my coaching program is 5 months, but I could also do a VIP day versus having them do the program for 5 months. They can take all that information and we can condense that into a VIP day or a VIP weekend or a weekend retreat or a quick boot camp. Okay, so 5 months I have it is because a lot of my clients are 9 to 5. They work a job. They have, others. They have other commitments, right? So maybe they don't have all day or every weekend to work on their business. And we all know sometimes, especially if you're a business coach, depending on what your product or service is, it is hard to see results within 6 weeks or, 12 weeks or 90 days, depending on what area that your niche is. So sometimes in order for people to get results, depending on their current situation, then this was when it comes back to knowing who your ideal client is, who they are, what it is that they do. You got to know who it is that you serve, right? So that you can best create products and services that are tailored to meet their needs, not necessarily all the time your needs, right? You got to learn it's still about putting the customers first, but also you create those boundaries within your business, like what it is that you do or what is that you don't do in your business, what products and services you offer. So, like I say, speed of implementation. Think of how you can help your clients implement more quickly. So right now we're on number 4. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, post your questions. Okay, perfect. So if you're still not sure, and like I said, especially when it comes to the value and you are struggling with that, charging your worth, I am offering, complimentary strategy sessions. Like I said on here earlier, there's nothing sorry, I can't multitask. There's nothing to sell, but I do have a limited amount of strategy sessions. I have 5 of them. I'm going to post the link to my calendar in the comments. Okay, so that's for those of you who are interested in booking a complimentary strategy session. And on that session is nothing to sell. Just do me a favor and when you book the session, let me know that you came from the live webinar. Okay, so I make sure you go in the right direction, give you the right information that you need to help you get unstuck and put you in a position that you can be able to leverage your business. Okay, so back to where we are. So number 5, the 5th thing is scarcity. How can you limit the number of clients you work with or the products that you offer? Okay, because when there's a limit and you have a cutoff where, for example, I have my mastermind group. My mastermind group is only open to 8 women only, for that 90 days. So when you do stuff like that, when it's limited and it's not an ongoing, program or so, you can increase your prices for that. Okay, because the person knows they can't just join you any old time. So depending on what it is that you do, and like I said, if you want specific examples, if you drop in the comments what it is that you do, I will give you specific examples tailored to your business on how you can use these examples that I'm sharing with you tonight to charge more within your business. So again, scarcity, how can you limit the number of clients that you work with or the products that you offer? So you might have a product and it might be only offered for a limited amount of time. Maybe it's only available to the first, 10 people at this price. Or, you take it off the shelf and it's only available through a certain, like I said, certain quarter. So same thing with your services. Okay. So yes, I offer complimentary breakthrough sessions, but those are not available all the time. There's a limit on those. My time is, limited. Okay. So then number 6, can't believe we already at number 6. You guys don't have any questions. So if you guys don't have any questions, I mean, are you getting value from this? Let me know that. Are you getting value from this? Drop a 1 if you're finding value and you are finding ways that you can be able to increase your services. Because this is interactive. Thank you, Shalonda. I always like to make sure I'm not just talking to myself. That's one of the reasons sometimes I don't like Facebook Lives. I'm a YouTube girl. I love YouTube. Or recording the video and just posting it and giving you the value, right? But I want to make sure I acknowledge that you guys are there and this is a conversation. Okay, so number 6 is you can offer a done-for-you service. So start thinking about what programs or services that you could offer within your business that is kind of like done for them. And what I mean like by done for them, you missed 1 and 2. I'll recap towards the end. So what I mean by done for you, I'm not talking about like a self-study program or anything like that. But let's say you're a marketing coach. Maybe you offer a social media template. Maybe you build websites instead of, sometimes people have a tutorial on how to, build your WordPress website. What if you had a service or so where you did it for them, or you possibly build out their funnel, created their funnel for them? That's something too that you could charge more for. So even though like I'm a coach, right? Coaching on business. So at one point I used to help people set up their funnels. I don't like to do that anymore. I realize, I love helping people put systems and structures in place, but I don't actually like to do the physical work of putting a funnel and stuff together. But I'm great at walking through somebody through it or providing them with some templates of what their email flow should look like and stuff like that. But if you offer that service, that's something too that you could charge more for, because you're providing them a service and you're helping them get something done faster versus them sitting there twiddling their thumbs trying to figure out how they're going to get their funnel built out, how they're going to get, their copy for their website done. Maybe they're, stuck on that. So think of a service that you can offer that is done for you. That could be part of your program, depending on what it is that you do. Okay, so that's number 6. And number 7 is direct access. When you give someone direct access to you, you can charge them more. So what type of program or service can you create? So a lot of times, group coaching is hot. Love group coaching. But like with my signature program, I offer it also to one-on-one clients. And the second option is doing it as a group coaching program. So with that said, when you giving someone access to you, direct access to you, you can charge them more. So maybe you have a signature program, and like I said, also maybe a VIP day when somebody's working with you one-on-one and it's requiring more of your time, you can charge them more. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys can see the screen. Is my head cut off, or maybe that's just my view up there? Sorry, I'm looking at the comments. Okay, that's just how I got the screen scrolled up. Okay, so cool. So that was number 7. Number 7 is direct access to you. So start to think about what programs you could create with even more access to you. Now, if your time is limited, then this might be a limited program. It's not going to be something that you do for 5 months. You want to create a 12-month mastermind. I've been part of 12-month masterminds, but if your time is limited, that's not something that you would, put out there. But it could possibly be, like I say, a VIP day, and the VIP doesn't have to be a whole, 4 hours. It can be 4 hours, or it can be 2 sessions of 4 hours. I did one here and it was 7 hours, So just to recap and go back through those. And if you have any questions while I'm going through these, do me a favor. Like I said, post them. And then I also want to invite you, if you're not part of my She's Unleashed Facebook group. Yes, intimate workshops with, so how often are you doing these workshops, Shalonda? If you could answer that real quick while I'm getting the link to the Facebook group. Okay, so like I said, I can't multitask. All right, cool. So, all right, so I posted that there. So that way you can stay connected if you're not in the Facebook group. Okay, so just to recap, number one is that you have to, what's it for sure, Shalonda, if you reply back twice a year. So yes, that's, like I said, that right there. So if you're only doing it twice a year, that's exclusive, right? That's not available all the time. So you could charge more for that. And also, you know, direct access. You could have it, depending on, you know, what it is. Okay, I can't wait to talk to you. I just got excited. So with this workshop, you could have, you know, a VIP package too for those who sign up to join the workshop. So maybe there's a workshop, but then you also got something for your VIP clients who are there, like a VIP package. So that's a way you can make it, it's exclusive, and then as well as direct access to you. Okay, so hope that makes sense. I can't wait to talk to you. For our session. I just got an idea, so I can't wait to see what your idea is, and we can, you know, go from there. So number one, just to recap, number one is you have to shift your mindset, because like I said, a person can give you a 6-figure blueprint, but if you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe that you are worthy, then you won't be able to make the 6 figures. Okay. You won't be able to charge, you know, $3,000 for your products because you don't believe that you can make $3,000 for your products. Okay. So I want you to know that you are worthy. Know that you are worthy to be paid for the value that you put out there into the marketplace. So that's number one. You have to shift your mindset. And what I suggested doing, if you are stuck with this area and you know that you're undervaluing yourself, that you could be charging more, you feel like you should be charging more, then like I said, it's internal work that you need to do. And one of the things that what I suggested that you do was write down 3 ways that you add value into the marketplace. Write that down and think of someone that you admire and how much do they charge. And this is not to compare yourself, but to let you know that, hey, if someone is paying them for that product or services, then they will pay you too. You just need to put yourself in front of the right clients, and you also need to believe it. And then, like I said too, you must charge for your value, not charge for your time. So if you struggle in this area, schedule a breakthrough session. The link is in the comments. And then number 2 was increase your prices. So, and I think this is like Shalonda, where you jumped on it. So in 2019, in order for you to leave that demanding 9-to-5, or either for you to reach your income goal, it's going to require you to increase your prices. So instead of feeling like, oh, I have to bring in, 10 clients or 9 clients a month, my goal is only 3 clients a month, because I know how many people I can work with to actually be able to give them, the time and the resources that they need. It's okay to increase your prices. Okay. So, and then the third thing was exclusivity. I stumble with that word. Is how could you position yourself to offer your offer where it's only available, certain times throughout the year. For example, it can be once a year, once a quarter. So start to think about that. I gave the example of Marie Forleo. She only offers B School, I think, once a year. For example, my mastermind group that I created, that's only offered, my goal is going to be every 90 days. Right now it's open, but eventually it's going to be just 90 days. And then, number 4 was speed of implementation. How fast can you help your clients be able to implement what it is that they need to do, implement more quickly? So maybe you can schedule VIP days or a boot camp to help them get the results faster. So when you do stuff like that, you can charge more. So I hope this is all making sense and you're getting value from this. And then number 5 is scarcity. So if you limit the number of clients that you work with or the number of products that you offer, you can charge more. Number 6, done for you. Like I said, work programs or services because you offer that is done for them. You know, it's taking that stress from the client where they're not having to worry about how to figure it out. I gave the example of maybe building a sales funnel out there for them, doing their website, maybe doing some graphics, social media, website copy, you know, all these different things. You might have a team. And that's something you can include in your prices, right? So depending on what it is that you offer, you don't actually have to do the work. So like, okay, I don't do branding, but I have a coach who does branding. So if I said I offer branding services and I outsource it to that coach to do it, you know, hey, I'm helping her with her business. And also I'm helping my client because they're not struggling with how they're going to do their branding. Same thing with their website copy. They're not struggling with that. Okay, because they can focus on what it is that they do, or focus on, you know, the program, the next step in the program, versus getting bogged down with how they're going to get step 1, 2, and 3 done. Okay, so you can create a done for you service for your clients, and because of that, you can charge your prices, increase your prices for it. And then number 7 was direct access. When clients have direct access to you, you can increase your prices for that. Okay. So I'm not talking about necessarily your group coaching programs, but when you have a private service, Shalonda gave the example of having a, you know, workshop that you're only doing twice a year. You can charge for that. Okay, that's exclusive. And especially if you have, like I said, a VIP added on to that, that's direct access to you. So charge more, get your coins. So I hope this makes sense to you. I hope you guys got value from tonight's webinar. Oh, I said webinar. I'm so used to doing webinars. From tonight's Facebook Live, if you did, do me a favor, type in the comments, drop me a 1 that you got value from this. And I always say 1 versus you typing that in, because I know a lot of you are working from your phone. It just makes it so much easier. And if you got value from this, do me a favor, hit the like and the share button and join us over in the Facebook group, and join me back next Wednesday. I'll be doing another Facebook Live. So that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, I'll give it a few seconds to see if I missed any questions. Hey, Michelle. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. All right, super excited. Shalonda, call me. Well, I'll see you on our call. And that's it. I'm signing off. If you have any other questions, do me a favor, post them in the comments, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you. You guys have a great night.